This is everything you missed in the Overwatch 2 showcase. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. All right, then. So, to begin with, we've got this. It appears to be the Junker Queen. Look to the left. Can you see that? Now, this was first actually identified by AlphaCast. And take a look at this. So, what I've got here is a fan-colored version of the poster of the Junker Queen from the Junkertown map. Look at that. You've basically got her arms, and then you've got her weapon below. So, that looks to be her first-person model. She looks to be a melee character. That is huge. Oh, what about Mercy as well? She can kind of fire balls of energy that explode. What is this? Now, remember, a lot of this stuff might actually still be work in progress, but this would be super cool. It's obviously a PvE talent. What about Sombra's new weapon look? Oh, yes, check that out. That is a new weapon. That is an upgraded weapon model for what appears to be the base Sombra skin. You have absolutely got to love it. More detail. It looks absolutely beautiful. Also, I like the colors on this as well. They're pretty snazzy. Oh, shame about Mercy getting killed. Take a look at Winston's health bar here. He pops Primal, and how much health has he got? And armor? Hello, Winston. Now, normally Winston would get 900 health when he uses Primal, but look at that. 1,500, well, 1,050, I should say, but with a bit of armor. This is a look at the new UI when you're getting pocketed by Mercy. Check this out. Can you see the little Mercy overlay in the bottom left? Look at that. That's when she's healing, and that's when she's damage boosting. Seems to be a little bit of a bug there because her portrait has disappeared. But check this out if you're playing Pharah. Look at that. You've got the new blue up arrows indicating you're being damage boosted. And again, you can see the effect in the bottom left. Let's take a look at the hero mission UI. Look at this. You get a beautiful map. But this is, of course, inside Winston's office in Gibraltar. Look at that. It's so good. You can see your heroes on the right. But the main thing I want to show you guys here is this. These are the hero missions. Look at that. You've got your different types. Payload, retrieval, holdout, escape, holdout over in Ayataya. Look at Blizzard World. Seems to be null sector affected there. But you also can change the difficulty. And this is no surprise. We expected this to be a thing. So there's a drop-down menu. And I'm assuming there'll be normal, maybe hard, and then super hard of some description. And yeah, pretty good. You also get a little bit of a description there as to what the mission is going to be, which is awesome stuff. Now, take a look at this. This is from a bit later in the video. You can see a lot more maps here, a lot more sort of missions on the show. I mean, there's still the same amount of missions, but there's a lot more missions on the sort of map. And you can see here that it looks like King's Row has got a problem with payload, but also King's Row has got an escape mission as well. But one of them seems to be a null sector mission. Maybe they're sort of higher value missions. And also at the bottom, there's the Antarctica Arena. And this is a holdout. This could be a new map, or this could just be Eco Point Antarctica. We don't know. But hey, we like speculation on this channel, so go wild in the comments below. Existing maps are having new areas added to them for PvE. Check this out. It's King's Row. It's the best map in the game that I cannot actually say its name. But yeah, look at this. It's actually getting new areas added to the map specifically for PvE. And that is absolutely wonderful. Dynamic weather effects will also feature in Overwatch 2, but they are only going to actually be available in PvE. These will not be in PvP, but they look incredible. Look at that Petra shot. That looks amazing to me. This map here, maybe this is Toronto. I mean, it could just be in addition to Volskaya. I don't know. I think maybe that's Toronto as well. Amazing. Overhealth seems to be a thing. Now, check this out. We've got green bars on the health here for a number of heroes. I believe that's overhealth. Also, if you take a look at the UI as well, here you can see a little icon, a little canister. I believe that's when you pick something up in one of these new hero missions. Talking of game modes and hero missions, look at this. It's a new Wall of Death mode. It's kind of BR inspired, I want to say here. Whereas I'm assuming if you go into that purple wall, you're probably going to die. So this is going to force you to move through the maps, which is pretty cool. We're once again back at Winston's computer, and look at this. New threats detected in Toronto. That must mean that Toronto has probably got a high-value mission, maybe a null sector mission, actually taking place there. Then also we can see the selection of heroes. Notably, there's 4 heroes there, and what we get to see here is a look at the talents. So let's go through this. Look at these Reinhardt talents. Boulder Extend. After barrier field breaks, gain armor equal to 50% of your maximum health and deal 50% more damage for 8 seconds. Boulder Extend can't trigger again until barrier field has fully recharged. But there's more. Look at this. Shield Bash. Use primary fire while barrier field is active to stun all enemies directly in front of Reinhardt for 2 seconds, doing 30 damage and pushing them back. 10-second cooldown. It's like a super Brig Bash, but we've got more. Armor up. Gain armor equal to 3%, 6%, 10% of Reinhardt's maximum health. Oh, yeah. And also you can see a little sort of line there connecting two talents. They're connected talents. Puncture. Enemies that, let me try and read this, survive pin damage, take 25% more damage from all sources for 6 seconds. Good Lord. Then we've got more, though. Get down. Look at this. Charge and pin. I can't read that because it's so pixelated. I think it says has an increased by 25 and 50% when pin target was somewhere near an ally. Maybe you guys could read that because I can't. All armor convert 25%, 50%, and 75% of Reinhardt's health to armor. Now, notice these levels are when you unlock the talent, so it can take 3 levels, this talent, one would assume. Fractured. Enemies take 10%, 20% more damage from all sources while knocked down by Earth Shatter and stay knocked down 15 or 30% longer. So this is probably a double talent you can put 2 points into. Super cool. Brigitte's Veld, or I think that's pronounced Veld. Anyway, Reinhardt takes 3% and 6% less damage from all sources while he has armor. And again, 3% will be level 1, 6% will be level 2. Overhead Smash. Hit him with Rocket Hammer. Swing 2 times. I think this just basically means if you hit the target twice with the hammer 2 times, you'll deal 25% more damage. But you can see it's highly pixelated, that one. Icy Pains. Charge deals 150% more pin damage to frozen enemies and keeps enemies frozen while they are pinned. This is really cool, right? Because Reinhardt has got a frozen crowd control tree, which is really goddamn cool to me. One thing you'll also notice is each hero has 3 distinct trees. Now, for Reinhardt, we've got Crusader, Juggernaut, and Guardian. And if you look at the left-hand side of each of these panels, you'll see 3 dots in each tier. Those are the amount of points you can put into each tier, I believe, so a maximum of 3. Also, look at Barrier Boon on the right-hand side. Barrier Field heals Reinhardt for 10%, 20%, and 30%. 30% will be the max if you spend 3 points in this, of the damage it absorbs, while Barrier Field has 50% or more health. So let's move on to the Soldier 76 stuff. Now, first thing I want to focus on is on the right-hand side, we've got Inexorable Trigger. Now, this seems to give him 0.5%, 1%, or 1.5% more damage for every bullet that hits an enemy while the trigger remains held, and using Helix rockets maintains the trigger held effect. Now, we've got 3, again, distinct trees for Soldier. We've got Commander, which seems to be more of a buff tree. We've got Rifleman, which I guess focuses on his actual pulse rifle, or his heavy pulse rifle, I should say. And then we've got Vigilante, which may focus a bit more on maybe movement abilities and maybe a little bit more of a focus on his tactical visor on his ultimate. This is really cool to me. And remember, guys, all of this stuff is only available in PvE. It will not be in PvP. So let's take a closer look. Tactical Advantage. Damage dealt during tactical visor is increased by 5%, 10%, and 15%. That's going to be pretty good. Let's be real. Now, if we move on, we'll see a linked talent. This is target-rich environment. Eliminations while tactical visor is active increases the duration of tactical visor. So you can just keep going. It's like an endless tactical visor. If there's tons of enemies, that's mental. What about Combat Veteran? This increases Soldier 76's maximum health by 12.5% and 25%. Now, eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed Soldier with more health in this video in various gameplay clips. You've got Morale Boost as well. The first time Bartic Field heals an ally other than Soldier, its cooldown is reduced by 1.5 and then 3 seconds, which again is going to make him a bit of a super healer. Now, take a look at this. This is Mercy. We've got Field Medic, Valkyrie, and Savior. But let's go in first on Outreach. This is the Caduceus staff range is increased by 10%, 20%, and 30%, depending on how many points you put into this. Remember, currently this system looks like you can only put 3 per tier in, and if you put all 3 into this, well, you'd have a 30% longer heal, which is crazy. All right, then, let's take a look at the overall thing here. So we've got Field Medic, we've got Valkyrie, and we've got Savior, and look at, just the way this is done again. This seems to be very similar to the other heroes, and what strikes me with this is how many talents are they making for all the heroes here? There's literally hundreds of talents. That is insane. Absolutely insane stuff. How about a cheeky look at a Frozen Strike instead of a Fire Strike? I guess this is probably going to be called Frost Strike from Reinhardt. Look at that. It leaves an effect on the ground, which must slow enemies down, and then freezes them when it hits them. What about an electrified Junkrat Trap? These are all going to be like talents that can modify the way abilities work. Look at this as well. Reinhardt going in with a massive Frost Strike there. In it comes. You can see the ground being frozen. It hits those bots over there. It freezes them. Pretty mental stuff. It's crazy to me to see these abilities flipped on their head because you expect Fire Strike, right? But no. What about Winston with a Chain-Lightning ability? Did you catch that there at the start of this clip? Well, watch closely when he engages the next group of enemies. Now, I think this might be what the scatter arrow in the bottom right is. Like, they just don't have a graphic for it, so they use scatter arrow. Look at this. See, it goes in. That's an ability. That's Chain-Lightning, that is. And it seems to stun the targets as well. Existing maps are also changed quite a lot. Look at this. This is Petra. Now, look at the new bits of sort of stuff which are all over the place just in this one frame. There's loads of new stuff here. Now, this is part of the video which focuses on the new hero, I forgot, not the hero, the new enemy. I forgot what it's called. Did they call it a puller? Something like that. It's that thing, anyway, that pulls you towards it, and Soldier's caught in that effect, and he's getting pulled towards it, and it'll probably kill him unless the enemy focus it down and kill it. But this is cool to me because they're taking existing maps and slightly updating them, and I really like that, and changing the way that they sort of play for different game modes. That's really cool. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Now, I've probably missed some bits and pieces because there's a lot of stuff in this video. If I have, let me know in the comments below. But what I've tried to do is put together everything you might have missed in the 40-minute showcase because there was a lot of stuff being shown. Loads of, like, I've kind of kept the obvious stuff out. Things like when they showed new maps like New York, Rome, and that kind of stuff, and India, because that's stupidly obvious. But I wanted to focus on stuff that was only on the screen for a few seconds, and hopefully I've managed to do that. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. I've been Stylosa, and as ever, thank you to everybody who is a member of the channel. You help me like to no end. It is so goddamn cool, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. And if you do want to become a member, hit that join button below the video. Toodaloo.